What's going on, y'all? So listen.
What's going on, y'all? So listen, we about to get into it. I've put it off for long enough. Listen, yesterday just really wasn't a good day. I am so sorry. I apologize for it to be late. If you can hear if I'm gonna be doing clear my throat or whatever, my throat is still, my vocal box and my throat is still not together from Saturday. Okay, I really completely overdid it the weekend, and I just couldn't do it last night to watch this. I didn't watch anything. And I barely got through the other video that I put up, and that was only because I didn't need to concentrate on this, and I didn't need to cuss nobody out. But we back and we here, and I've been looking at the tweets and stuff that was on Twitter. It was popping up on my timeline last night, and I'm just looking, and I'm like, dang, is it really that bad? Do I really gotta cuss Marlo out or whatever? Cause like it was like I was giving grace a little bit, and sometimes it's like you speak a little bit too soon. Okay, you speak a little bit too soon, trying to give people a little clean slate, trying to be like, oh, okay, let me try to find a positive out of a person so that I won't be 100% negative about them or whatever, because sometimes you can find a positive, but at this point in time, bitch, I'm convinced that there is nothing positive about Marlo. I'm just, and if you a fan of Marlo, that's fine. I'm not, okay? And at this point, it just really, really pisses me off that I really wanted this lady to get a peach, okay? Because at one point, I was like, damn, she been on the show for like 15,000 years or whatever, and she just been playing a B character, but she been giving a lot, you know what I'm saying? And now that she finally got her goddamn peach, baby, she just doing the worst, okay? She is doing the worst. Baby, you got a peach, which means you are a main cast member, but yet you are acting messy and ignorant like a sad bitch, okay? And I just don't understand it. You still ain't got your own fucking storyline, and now that you got a storyline that you trying to make into a storyline, it's awfully convenient. And who is to blame again? Who we finna pile up on? We finna pile up on Kandi, and we finna make Kandi once again a part of our storyline. Ever since she got this peach, all of a sudden is I hate Kandi, or Kandi did this, Kandi did that, but then it's we friends, or we was friends and I was trying to be your friend. You ain't trying to be nobody friend, Marlo, and I just want you to understand that, ma'am, okay? Because at the end of the day, I'm looking at the Twitters and stuff, the tweets or whatever, she talked about some, because my friend, we was friends for 15 years. Baby, if you was friends for 15 goddamn years, you would not be doing the stuff that you are doing. Maybe y'all was acquaintances. Maybe y'all was associates. But friends don't do this. Friends do not use friends for for storylines. Friends do not come at them and attack them and try to destroy their business. Friends don't be going around doing podcast interviews and interviews on this and this, just talking about them instead of talking about themselves, okay? Like, no, friends don't do that. And friends don't try to blame them for shit that they ain't got no part of and then do nothing for. You know what I'm saying? I just don't understand, Marlo. Like, what is the hard on that you have for Kandi? You tried to fuck her and she said no? Like, what's going on? I'm really confused as to what's happening, okay? But anyway, before we get there, I'm going to get there in a second. The episode starts off, first of all, this is the Real Housewives of Atlanta season. See, I had to give y'all this energy. Now, if I would have came on the scene last night, baby, y'all would have been like, girl, what the fuck is this? Cut, delete, and go try it again. Go to sleep and come back and do it again, okay? But this is the Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 15, episode 4, The Buck Stops in Birmingham, okay? We start off with Kenya, right? Kenya, Kenya looking good. I ain't even gonna lie, all right? Kenya up in there. And, she doing the rehearsal with Manyata and everything, Manyata and all that. Manyata had to run down her resume and all that. She said, listen, girl, I danced with Prince at one point. I danced on this person, Joe. I was like, all right, come on, name him down. Do what you got to do. She said, listen, so I'm qualified to do this stuff. So Kenya is supposed to be dancing at the Magic City Classic, which is a football game, like homecoming game or whatever, big thing down south. And this is happening in Alabama, right? And so, she is sponsoring it. Kenya Moore Hair Care. And she got the bright idea, after she came up into Marlo little situation with the Kenya Moore hair care. In the band, they want to do that as well. And I said, okay, that's kind of cute. I don't know if all the kids will get it, but well, the homecoming and all that stuff, it's some older people there as well. Everybody and their mama be up in these homecoming things. I gotta go to a homecoming, okay? I have to go to a homecoming. I need to experience. I don't know shit about football. Really don't give a damn. I just want to be in the atmosphere, okay? That's just what it is, And so, she gonna do that. They having a fun time. They talking and woo, getting it all together. And next thing you know, Kenya little boy toy to calls, okay? What's his name? Roy or whatever. And they flirting and all that stuff. I said, it's cute. It's cute. Now, see, we get into the conversation a little bit since people up here talking about Mr. Carlos King. Let's get into the whole situation about the divorce and what's going on with Kenya's divorce. Kenya told you right in there. Mark holding that bitch up. And the reason why, let's be clear. 9 out of 10, I'm pretty sure Kenya probably would go more in detail with this divorce situation if she could. We have to remember who the hell she married to, okay, and trying to get the divorce from. Remember how he tried to put the gag order on her and stop her from putting Brooklyn on camera, and she ain't even do shit. Mind you, Brooklyn had already been on camera, and we seen her face. We see her face on Instagram, but yet you didn't want her on TV. So it was weird. That fool probably up there stopping it because, he just a mess. He just a mess and can't get over the fact that this lady said, I want a divorce, and probably trying to take her stuff. But I'm pretty sure we probably get more into that into the season. So she basically said, Lil Roy, he good or whatever. The reviews is coming back, and he good in bed. I said, you let that nigga hit? All right, Kenya, they still fucking around. I mean, I guess, shit. A dick is there. Go ahead and do what you gotta do. Fuck. Meanwhile, we move on from that, okay? They having a little good time. We get to the Sonya Richardson household, okay? And my whole thing is this. Now, in the beginning, when we found out that Sonya's her sister-in-law's brother-in-law is her assistant, and the sister had an issue with it, talking about you don't know boundaries, you don't know this, and you doing the most. And I said, well, the job of an assistant is for you to do whatever it is the person that you're working for wants you to do. And that is not just because you're family, you get a leeway or whatever. No, we are doing the same job, okay? And I also said, well, I can see that, given the fact that he is her brother-in-law, she could be doing a little bit most, taking more advantage of it. But also we have to remember that is your job to do whatever that person says. That is what an assistant does, okay? And I don't feel like you should take it easy just because we family. You know what I'm saying? No, that's not what it is. That's not what the job entails, okay? Then that's where nepotism really, really come in play, because you already got the job because of nepotism. Baby, be thankful that you got something. So they sit down there going over everything that she got coming up. She on the phone talking to Terrell and making sure he doing what he needs to do. And it's a whole bunch of shit. Bitch, I ain't know Sonya was busy like that. When you won't be seeing people like that because you don't watch what they be on, or you don't keep up that much what they be doing, you just be surprised that they be booked and busy like that, bitch. I said, you are an Olympic winning athlete. Okay, so your athleteness is probably keeping you in business. So, okay, girl, you do what you got to do. Meanwhile, she get up into the whole situation about Ross saying that he ready for them to get the hell out. In so many words, that's what it summed up to be. He ready for them to get the hell out, okay? Because he ready to have his household back to his household where it just be Sonya, Lil Deucey, and him. That's just what it is, right? And I was like, cool. I don't see the issue with that. So Sherry and the mama sitting there, and it was like, wait a minute, but I thought you said like 1 to 2 years. It's been 1 year. 1 to 2 years mean either between 1 year you get your ass out or you get out in 2 years, depending on how we feel. That is a range, okay? Now, we didn't hit the 1 year mark or almost there, and ain't nobody look like they've been trying to find a house to stay at or anything, or decide if you're going to stay down here in Atlanta or not, okay? And it bothered me. It bothered me so bad. I don't know why, but I just feel like Sherry be acting a little bit ungrateful. At first, it was the whole "you don't know boundaries" situation comment that was had like a couple of episodes ago, and it's like, girl, you're living in her house. 9 out of 10, you probably living in her house rent free, and you got the nerve to be talking about goddamn boundaries, bitch. If I want to walk around this house bucket ass naked, bitch, I walk around this house bucket ass naked, and what you gonna do about it? Okay, you gonna go out here and you gonna go get your own place, all right? But I'm gonna have a little bit of decorum because it's kids in the house and you got a husband. Fuck that, okay? And you up here talking about boundaries. Now you feeling some type of way because you feel like they trying to kick y'all asses out, and you feel like, you know, Sonya the only one that really wants them to be there because, you know, she can use them as babysitters and shit. Well, what the fuck else is you doing? We don't ever see you going out the house and doing nothing else, so girl, you might as well. They're gonna call her, she not selfish, but she's self-centered. I said, well, you being a little selfish too, okay? Because you getting your feelings because, you know, Ross want to have his house to his family. You should be wanting to have your own house and your own place to stay at for your family too, so they can rip and run, and you ain't gotta work for Sonya. You ain't gotta see that bitch every day. Like, girl, I don't get it. This was not a permanent stay. Now, I can understand the mama and the daddy and even them, they want to go down to Florida. Baby, you ain't even talking about getting the hell up out of there, and get the nerves to get upset and walk away. I said, what? And then, Sonya, you feeling bad? Feel bad for what? Huh? It's time. Shelby, it's time, okay? It's time, Sherry. Get the hell out, all right? You know, she done put y'all up and everything. Y'all done took over and you done got fucking comfortable. That's just what it is. And I know family's supposed to take you in sometimes or whatever, but bitch, it comes a time where it's time to go. Meanwhile, now hold on. Let's get on Marlo. Marlo and her boys, her nephews, they going to do a little Halloween shoot, okay? All right, fine. She dressed up and all that shit. She in there talking to some girl. And, you know, she's talking about the fact that she was looking into getting her record expunged because of the stuff that she had on her record. We remember her mugshots and all the stuff that she went through. Woo, 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 who gives a shit? But she was looking to get it expunged because she cannot bear arms because she is a felon or whatever that is, you know, because of that record. So, you know, she linked up with Courtney. Courtney somehow was able to get her in touch with the right people, I guess. Some dude to help look into her record and get it expunged so that she can get a firearm in order to protect herself, especially after what happened with the break-in that happened last season. Understandably, that's what you want to do. Now, all of a sudden, Kandi comes up into this, okay? And I'm just really confused as to what you want Kandi to do. Now, you try to clear it up on Twitter and trying to make it seem like, well, no, of course I know she can't expunge my record because you the one that brought it up on camera talking about did Kandi help me expunge my record? This girl that just comes in and she gets my record expunged. I said, excuse me, that ain't got nothing to do with Kandi. That ain't got nothing to do with Kandi. And if you didn't communicate and ask Kandi, did you, do you know some people or whatever? And if she said that she didn't, that's just what it is. Maybe Courtney got a stronger reach or a higher reach or whatever. That's just what it is. Also, why are you putting it on one person and not just yourself? Because it's Google. And I'm pretty sure you this bitch that be acting like you boss and all this stuff. You mean to tell me you ain't got no other people that's in your circle that you got around? You ain't got a lawyer yourself? You ain't got a lawyer yourself? Bitch, you could have went to any goddamn lawyer to go and fucking ask about that and they could have pointed you to the right direction. Why you need to go to this person that ain't got no field of study in that? They ain't know nothing about that. Bitch, we ain't got records over here. You the only one that do right about now. So what the fuck they need to know about how to get something expunged at this point? Okay, and then you bring Courtney in trying to make it seem like, oh, she the savior that came in and got your stuff expunged and did what she had to do. And meanwhile, you pissed off at Kandi because of the whole situation that happened. And we was the whole time last week trying to figure out what was it and why did she get so pissed off at Drew? Y'all want to know why she got pissed off at Drew? She got pissed off at Drew because Drew did not say the word shooting. Drew said incident when she brought up the whole the Blaze shooting situation that happened, right? And I'm sitting here like, Are you serious? Once I figured it out and once people were saying it and once Marlo kind of cleared it up a little bit, I was sitting here like, there still ain't no reason to get pissed off. There still ain't no reason to go off. And this is why people feel as though all of a sudden now you want to use your nephew who passed away over a year ago as a storyline. When you could have used that as a storyline when it fucking happened last season. You could have used that as a storyline when it happened last season, and people probably wouldn't have been all up on your ass, okay? And people probably would have understood why you was going through the shit that you was going through and being so fucking hostile and being, you know, taking your anger out on people and specifically Kandi, okay? We could have probably understood. But now it's just so convenient that you want to bring up after this whole shooting at Blaze. Mind you, the shooting happened at Blaze, right? And let me look this up before I misspeak. Shooting at Kandi's restaurant. Okay. Okay, well, it was at the OLG Camp Creek, okay, on the night of Valentine's Day. Now, see, that happened, right? It's two different locations, okay, we got that. But at the same time, you bringing Kandi into this situation because your nephew used to work at one of her restaurants. Your nephew used to work at Old Lady Gang. And what that got to do with Kandi? And I'm sorry, and y'all can feel how y'all want to feel. Y'all can say that we trying not to put no responsibility on Kandi, but at the end of the day, it is not Kandi's responsibility to even acknowledge shit or whatever. She gave her what she needed to give her. Y'all are not friends the way that you try to portray yourself to be friends when you get on Twitter talk about some 15 plus years of friendship. No, that is not 15 plus years of fucking friendship, Marlo. Okay? It's just not, and I need you to get that in your goddamn head. Friends don't do what you're doing and then expect for somebody to come and be all sympathetic, like overly sympathetic with you and empathize with you with losing somebody and everything and what you want. You wanted her to pay for the fucking funeral. You wanted her to pay for the flowers. You wanted her to provide the food for the fucking wake and everything. Is that what you wanted? Is that what you wanted? We don't even see his mama going off about it, but we see you going off about it and you blaming her just because he worked at at one of her restaurants and he was in a roommate situation from somebody that worked at the restaurant as well. Him and that person decided on their own grown merit to be roommates. And then that person did whatever the fuck he did for whatever reason and took your nephew's life off of some bullshit, okay? That did not happen on the grounds of Old Lady Gang. And at the time that the shooting happened, he was not working at Old Lady's Gang. So why is it that you are trying to somewhat pin this shit on Kandi and bring her in it and try to make it seem like she should have a bigger role in being more heartfelt to you? Bitch, I'm not finna be as heartfelt to you about you losing your fucking nephew, which I didn't know. First of all, you didn't bring up, and when you did tell me, I told you, my bad, I'm sorry about that. And then Kandi said they cut off a lot of the stuff that she actually said in the text message to make it seem like she was being less sympathetic or whatever, you know. And I just said, you know what? Editing is a bitch. Marlo is a bitch. And I'm just want to know what the auntie, what do his mama has to say? Do the mama blame Kandi, or is this all just a Marlo thing? Because at this point, I feel like it's all just a Marlo thing projecting or just trying to make up something to have an issue to be pissed off at Kandi for. Like, I just don't get it. First, she can't get your record expunged, or she can't help you look into getting your record expunged. And now you feel like she could have did more with the whole situation of your nephew passing and all that stuff. Oh, and here come Courtney. Well, I would have asked her, you okay? Do you need anything? I would have sent some flowers and all this stuff. Well, Courtney, that's you. You saying that because you just noticed, you just got to know this person. You don't know all the shit that they've been through. I would have sent all that shit to his mama. Most definitely. Fuck Marlo at this point, because I'm that type of person. And y'all can say, oh, that's wrong, that's wrong, that's wrong. But no, that's just how I am. If I don't fuck with you, I really don't give a damn. Okay? Sorry that your family member passed. That's all that you're going to get out of me. That's all that you're going to get out of me. That's if you get that out of me. Because at this point, I don't fuck with you, so I don't really give a fuck. You know, and y'all was somewhat cordial. That's why you got what you got out of Kandi, okay? Yeah, she could have sent flowers. She could have did that, but look at what you did. Look at what you did. Now you're using all of, and this is why people say you're using your nephews, and now you're using your dead nephew, unfortunately, as a fucking storyline to come at this lady for fucking what, bitch? Like, god damn, you grasping for fucking air. You grasping for fucking air, and it's just irritating as fuck, bitch. What is your goddamn problem? I just don't get it. I can see if Kandi was really out here doing some shit, because y'all know I'd be on this motherfucker just going in on her ass too, okay? But at this point, I can't, because I'm looking for a reason to, and I just can't stand it, because I'm not understanding where all this animosity and this harshness is coming from with fucking Marlo. It's just irritating my spirit right about now. And I'm mad I'm talking all this shit about this bitch. Like, girl, get the fuck up out of here. Like, bitch, just go ahead and ask the girl, can she eat you out? That's all that you need to do, because that's what you acting like. God damn. Fucking bitch. Then Marlo up in there talking about something. We need to figure out, like, how come we can't talk about the incident? Why is there so many shootings at Kandi's restaurants? Bitch, it was just one shooting that we know of. Okay, and now you trying to bring the family in there. Remember when I said, what the mama say? Now all of a sudden, Marlo trying to say that, oh, now my family upset with, the family is upset with Kandi and want to know why she can't be sympathetic and why she can't this and all this stuff. Girl, dismiss me with that. I need to meet a real family member and for them to say that out their mouth, because it feel like that's what Marlo is saying, and I feel like Marlo is lying. Because at the end of the day, and then you gonna have that the girl that you was talking to sitting there and she want to start crying or whatever, and she was like, oh, she doing that because, you know, she was friends with Quentin and all that stuff, and they kind of grew up together. Okay, that's fine. I understand that you in pain or whatever, but to put that on Kandi, why are you harping on Kandi? Because that boy worked at her restaurant, did she get killed at the restaurant? That's what I want to know. He didn't get killed at the restaurant. She wasn't responsible for putting them together and causing them to be like, okay, yo, bro, you know, you need somewhere to stay. I need somewhere to stay. We got to go half and half on this rent because, you know, money kind of tight. Let's be roommates or whatever. And I'm not trying to be insensitive or whatever, but I'm trying to make it make sense. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm saying it like this. And if you can't take it, oh, the fuck, well, Ashley ain't coming back from what I said. I said what I said, how I said it. Okay. Fuck feelings at this point, because it's just really irritating, you know, and I'm just really trying to understand why are you acting like this, because at the end of the day, if your nephew worked at another corporation or at another business and you didn't even know the owner or whatever, it don't matter. You wouldn't expect that owner to reach out to you and to be like, oh, let me pay for this, let me give you some flowers, let me do this, let me send you a car or whatever, especially if it's a former employee. You know what I'm saying? And granted, we saw that Kandi, you know, you could say that Kandi probably did act like she ain't hear what was going on or whatever, but you know she did. And you did sit down and have a conversation with her, and we saw the concern on her face when you was looking, and y'all was actually sitting face to face when you was talking about it when they showed the unaired clip last week. What else do you want her to do? Do you want her to grovel at your feet? Like, if it was anybody else, you wouldn't be doing this to another employer, because they wouldn't take that. You wouldn't, if your nephew worked at fucking McDonald's and he no longer worked there, okay, and he just so happened to be roommates with somebody who worked at that same McDonald's, so is McDonald's responsible for the fact that your nephew was the one that got killed by the roommate? No. Would they be one reaching out? No. You wouldn't be doing this. You're just doing this because it's Kandi and it just feel like a fucking storyline. And Courtney talked about something. It's just the lack of empathy, and no one's talking about the things that she brings out and all this stuff, and it's the environment that she brings out when she was talking about the shooting and everything. And I'm sitting here like, Courtney, who the fuck are you? Like, see, this is what I'm talking about, because y'all are fucking with people, characters that did not really do nothing in this situation. You can feel how you want about Kandi doing this and doing that, but when it comes to business, you don't intentionally try to fuck up somebody's business by trying to say that maybe it's the environment or it's the person or it's what it is that they bring out to come to that type of environment for shootings and stuff to happen, when only one incident that we know of has happened. Okay? And I just don't understand. This is what you call trying to bring, make Kandi actually get so-called activated and do something or whatever. Y'all kill me with that shit. And this is the thing. I can see if Kandi really was not bringing anything to the table throughout the whole tenure that she's been on this show. Kandi has been on this show for 14 goddamn seasons, okay? And from 14 goddamn seasons, we saw ups and downs with the restaurant business, ups and downs with her goddamn marriage, ups and downs with the drama between her mama and her husband, ups and downs with the issue with her baby daddy, ups and downs with the fucking fact that her goddamn fiance got killed, okay? And you up here worried about, bitch, her fiance was murdered while she was filming this show. And she put that all out there. And you talk about she don't, girl, get the fuck out of here. I'm so annoyed. And I'm so mad that I had to go through this like this. Because I just know it's going to be somebody that's going to be like, oh, that's just because, you trying to, you like Kandi and you this. No, bitch, that ain't got shit to do with it. Right is right and wrong is wrong. Okay? Right is right and wrong is wrong. And Marlo, you're fucking wrong. And if you want somebody to show sympathy to you, you want somebody to be heartfelt to you, you have to be displaying that and being a good person to them. You're not. You're not. So why do you expect what you don't give out? You do not give out that. So why would I give you that energy back? You know what I'm saying? Bitch, like, come the fuck on and stop fucking lying on your family, bitch, okay? Stop fucking lying on your family. I just want you to stop that. And Courtney, you shut the fuck up, bitch. You really do, because you don't, this ain't got shit to do with you. You on her nuts and you just got up on this goddamn show 2 seconds ago. Girl, they bother my nerves, y'all. But anyway, moving on from there. And Sonya, let me tell you this, Miss Ma'am. Miss Ma'am, fuck your sister right about now, okay? And I'm sorry. Like, bitch, I feel like I'm just going off. I feel like I'm just going off and people just catching strays and stuff. She said Sherry ain't really talking to her. Sherry was supposed to be coming over there to fix her hair. Mama said that she was sick, okay? Girl, she ain't sick. She just don't want to fuck with you right about now because you told her that they got to get their asses out in a little bit, okay? Trying to set a definitive timeline. And then the brother, he didn't quit. He didn't quit. He said, oh, so we ain't staying up in this house, so we quitting. Gonna use the excuse talking about the girl boss energy. I said, oh, you mad that you had to work for a woman or something like that? I said, what? Get the hell out then. So I was just like, what is going on? Y'all got the audacity. The audacity. Now, granted, Sonya, you the one, this is your fault, okay? Because you the one that told them to come down there. You the one that told them to come down there and look at all this stuff. Got Papa sitting there talking about something. If you need me to step up, I'll step up. Girl, she said, bitch, you don't even know how to do an email. So what are you talking about? Girl, I'm just sitting here like, Sonya, this is why you don't mix family with work all the time, okay? Sometimes it works and sometimes it don't. And in this case, it is not working. Go and hire you somebody, okay? That's just what it is. Well, Sheree, she go to the doctor, that preview that made it seem like it's Sheree finna be pregnant. Girl, no, Sheree got some fibroids, okay? Sheree got some fibroids. Mama said that, she got a couple of lemon-sized fibroids up in her goddamn uterus. I said, lemon-sized? Y'all know how big a lemon is? Goddamn. Y'all wanna know what I saw, speaking of a lemon? I don't know, some baseball shit happened over the weekend or whatever. I seen the clip. Dude got hit in the face with a baseball. It was Major League. I don't know, was it the Tigers or some shit like that? Dude got pitched the ball, right? Okay, and the ball hit him dead in the face. And when they slowed it up, his jaw you literally saw it unhinge and come out and go back. Bitch, I was so like, I don't know why that made me think of it because I just heard lemons in the same size. But anyway, I said baseball is really dangerous. God damn, you need to put on protective covering for the whole body. You got spit in the face. But anyway, moving on from that. So yeah, she got little fibroids up in there. It's a situation that a lot of us women go through. Fibroids, endometriosis, and all that stuff, whatever. She thinking she about to go to menopause and all this. And she like, bitch, do what you got to do. That ain't going to hinder my working out and my sex life. And I said, you know what? Sometimes them surgeries that they be doing down there, whatever, it don't be that effective. My mama had something like that. And she said the pain that she was having and experiencing on and off for a while, it was just like, I just said, girl, I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time for that, okay? Moving on from that, it's time for them to go down there to Birmingham. Now, see, you know, Kenya is better than me, and most of the time, we already realize that a lot of this stuff happens because they're contractually obligated to do so. But if I don't fuck with you, I'm telling you, ain't no way in hell I'm finna have you come down and fuck up my event or potentially mess up my event. Baby, I just realized that I am cursing a lot in this video. I mean, I don't care, but it's just an uptick, you know, when you get, ooh, I ain't never been this charged about a video for Real Housewives of Atlanta in a minute. Oh, well, girl, who cares? So I wouldn't invite Marlo. I wouldn't invite Marlo. I damn sure wouldn't invite Courtney because, girl, I don't know you. But anyway, contracts. Kandi can't come because Kandi had already had a prior engagement with the 100 Women of Empowerment or something movie or whatever. She got to go to that situation. So Sonya shows up. They met at, you know, Sheree's house because, you know, Kenya said her driveway is a trap. Okay, we already seen that. And so you got that. Of course, Sheree first is there because she's at her home. Sonya shows up. Manana shows up. And then we're waiting on, Courtney shows up. And then we're waiting on Marlo. Bitch probably would have left Marlo just like they left Kenya when they was up in the Bahamas. But that's neither there. Sonya do show up. Drew don't show up because Drew, you know, she said that they got the flu in the house. Okay, cool. Meanwhile, on the bus, you got Marlo hacking up stuff. Bitch, Marlo sounded like me. Okay. I gotta go to the ear, nose, and throat doctor. I have to get a recommendation because these sinuses, they be, oh my goodness, like the I ain't even finna go into it, but the shit that Marlo be doing, sometimes I gotta do, and it irks me so much because sometimes that shit just get built up back then. I'm like, bitch, drain forward. What the hell? That post-nasal drip shit, it's just so irritating. And then King is sitting there coughing. When Sheree was getting on the bus, before she got on the bus, King was sitting down there coughing. I said, King, maybe you need to take your ass back into the house, okay? Mind you, she up there because her daughter's supposed to be coming down there. She got her assistant. She telling her assistant what she needs to do. And she was like, the assistant was like, okay, yes, cool. And then when she was like, girl, and you got to tell me everywhere you go, the assistant looked like, bitch, what? You mean tell me I got to tell you every fucking step? Every fucking step? She said, yes, girl, every fucking step. Because if you going to be watching my daughter, that's what you going to be doing. Okay. But moving on from that, everybody gets up in there. They finally roll out and you know, they're talking and all this stuff and woo. King is saying basically, you know, since they're gonna be down there in Birmingham, she told them what it was that they was coming down there for the homecoming game, for her dancing in the football game or whatever, the halftime show and all that stuff. And they happy and all that. Woo. Okay, yeah, we going down there in Birmingham. Somebody asked her if Martell gonna be there. Sheree said that's his weekend with the kids. That ain't ever stopped him before. But that's neither here nor there. Meanwhile, you know, Kenya said before they go to the hotel, because, you know, you got to check in at 3. They got this little class, like a little twerk class, whatever they're going to go to. Then once they get checked in, she got to, they're going to do like some charity stuff or whatever. Marlo feels some type of way because she was like, no, it was Sheree that said, bitch, here go Kenya being a stunt queen. I said, you should know. You should know because you with a stunt queen, but hey, that's neither here nor there. You got your nerves. Why she got to be a stunt queen for saying that y'all finna go do some stuff for charity? And then Marlo worried about what she gonna be wearing. I ain't got no charity clothes, but don't worry about it. It's just Birmingham. So you mean tell me you ain't got no jeans or something that you can just throw on and a nice t-shirt or whatever? Like you ain't got to be so dressed up or whatever. Who does a girl? No shade, but who does a girl trip to Birmingham? I'm sorry. And I know I just feel like Birmingham in here catching strays or whatever, but let's be honest, okay? And so, you know, they doing that. Next thing you know, here comes Sonya, because Sonya said she got to go back down to Atlanta and do this NBC spot, and then she'll be back, okay? Because that's what friends do. I said, whatever, girl. You know, it wouldn't have been me. I would have came there the next day. Bitch. I showed up. I don't need to ride the bus with you. But that's just me. That's just me because that's a little bit too much traveling back and forth. Okay, when I could just do it all in one fell swoop. You know, time consuming. Okay, and time management. But Sonya brought up talk about some. Did y'all see what one of the future baby mama said talking about something? You wouldn't say nothing or something when you was getting your ass ate or some shit like that. I said, excuse me. Now I'm just sitting here thinking, I don't know why instantly it just went to no, that's what did Amber Rose say something about that? No, Amber Rose said he did. Anyway, Amber Rose said she fingered Kanye West's booty hole. But anyway, moving on from that, which is fine with me. Me and my sister had a whole conversation about this. Like, would you, I said, hell the fuck yeah. I will strap a nigga down, okay? I will strap a, bitch, I get a gay boyfriend, okay? Give me a gay bottom and we'll have some fun. I mean, since I ain't got no girlfriend, so there's that. What? Like, what? But no, let me stop. Girl, they started out talking about eating ass. Okay, Sheree said, bitch, I don't eat no ass. Marlo said, listen, I get mine licked, but I ain't finna do that to nobody. Bitch, raw. Sonya said, if my husband was to toot his ass up in my face, I just wouldn't know what to do with that. It is an ass-eating conversation epidemic that is going around. Y'all seen Snooki put a song out about it. You know, people having conversations on Twitter about it. Now we see it in the Housewives about it. I'm just like, oh my goodness. And then we found out Miss Kenya, she said, bitch, it happened when I was in my 20s, okay? And she said, well, since you ain't like the head, baby, you'll like this ass eating. I said, wait a minute. First of all, you can't give head right. You don't know how to suck dick, bitch. Wow, you probably tried to suck it like daintily. You know, you ain't do the porn star stuff or whatever, like, you know what I'm saying? Probably would have liked it better. I don't know nothing about that. That's what I look at when I'm, you know, I see shit when I'm being porn or whatever. But other than that, I don't know nothing about that shit. So, you know, you was Miss USA or whatever the fuck you was back in the day. So that's probably why you was trying to lick it like a lollipop. And bitch, he wanted to lick like a fucking pickle, bitch. Put your whole mouth on it like that. You know, you just didn't know. You probably used teeth. You look like you used teeth back in the day. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. King, you used to eat ass. Now, I feel like it's a difference between a woman eating a man's ass and women eating each other's ass and men eating each other's ass. It's a total difference of an imagery. I just can't see it. Y'all bitches out here eating y'all niggas' asses. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with it. I'll watch that shit, but it's just like, I just don't see men letting y'all do that. All right. So the girls finally get to the little dance studio that they're gonna be doing some little bucking, okay? You know, the difference between bucking and the J setting and you know, all of that. And they have a good time. I ain't even gonna lie, it was fun. It was cute just to see them, you know, just be fun with it. And then after they do that, you know, what Mangetta and King was gonna do like a little. Well, King said we still gonna do a judging competition. Her and Mangetta gonna be the judges or whatever, and see who bucked the best. So they was giving them practice, and they go off to the other studio so that they can practice some more for the homecoming thing. And I believe that the girls don't know that she's actually gonna be dancing in there yet. And so here go Marlo, what they doing? Here go Kenya and her emotional support person or pet or whatever talking about Mangetta. And I'm just like, you trying to make it seem like something is just so fishy, like they're doing something so bad or whatever just because you don't know what's going on. Just roll with the flow, girl. Ain't nothing happening. They just up in there rehearsing and then taking pictures, and they had to come get them, and they do the little buck off, and it was cute. Meanwhile, Sheree won, okay? Moving on from that. They go to eat. Girl, they sitting down there eating food. Then Courtney, baby daddy, I was about to say man, because they did ask was everybody single, you know. And Courtney said it's complicated. So who knows what's going on with Bryce? I don't get it. Bryce, baby, I don't get it. What do you see up in Courtney? Maybe you see something and also that we don't know, okay? Because I just don't get it. From the voice alone, I just don't get it. But he called and she was like, yeah, I'm down here in Birmingham with the girls and I don't know when I'm gonna be back. I'll hit you up when I get back. And he was like, all right, cool. And so they was like, who is that? It was like, that's your child's father? Yeah, Bryce. And King said the only Bryce that I know is the one who used to be like in music. And she was like, that's probably him. Yeah, he was like in this 3-part group. And he go, Courtney, yeah, Groove Theory. Yes, that's him. Me and him did a movie together. We was in Twi. And I said, bitch, what? I hate the fact that she keep on bringing up Twi. Have y'all seen that recently and see how stupid that movie was? Baby, when Kenya, I'm finna spoil it. Just y'all old enough, y'all should have seen it by now. It's on Tubi. Bitch, when Kenya ended up in the wheelchair at the it ain't funny, but it's funny. The whole movie, when you look at it now as an adult, not when you snuck and watched it when you was a kid, it is hilarious. Like, the shit that went down back in the 90s, who gave the authority for this, okay? But anyway, it was cute. And the way that Sheree was looking when they was on the phone with Bryce, because, I think Courtney had called him back and put it back on FaceTime and was looking at her. Sheree was like, I would have been confused too, like, why y'all acting like this? And then they was like, the producer was like, did you have anything going on? Because Sonya was the one that was getting all up in the camera and stuff. I said, Sonya, sit your ass down. I said, we are too late. Girl, the producer asked Kenya, did you and Bryce ever have something going on? She said, let me just tell you this. We did a movie back in the day, and he was fine. 90s fan back in the day, okay? And the way that she implied it was the same way that I said it. Like, he fan now, but it's a difference, bitch. Now, if you don't understand the difference, it's like, remember how Tay Diggs was fan back in the 90s? He fan now still, but it's a difference. 90s fan was another story. Morris Chestnut, he had a 90s fan to him too. He's still fan today, but when he was in his younger years, bitch, he was fan. And I'm a gay bitch, so I can still say this. Now, you fan if I can still say that. Bitch, and Bryce was fan as shit back in the day. I don't care. He's still cute or whatever. He's still fan today, but he was fan as shit back in the day. Y'all gotta go back. Like, look at Tyson. Y'all, I was so much in love with Tyson Bedford. That's why I was so goddamn confused back in the day, bitch. I just love, bitch, I had so many pictures of him. That's why I was just really confused when I found out that I really did want to on puss. Cause I'm like, Tyson Bedford and Tyrese were my niggas. I said I was gonna marry one of them bitches. And thank God I turned out to be gay. And Tyrese is crazy. Okay. Tyson Bedford, and it's a possibility. But anyway, yes. And so that was that. Next thing you know, they bringing up, I think it was Sheree or somebody was like, everybody okay? I know we had that incident or whatever between Courtney and Kandi at the concert, but I heard that it was another big situation that went down. And then so King was like, well, between Drew, Marlo, Drew said Marlo had came at her or something like that. Well, how do you know, okay? Once again, Marlo is bucking up and just going off for what? Like, why are we doing this? You did come at the girl out of pocket and you was doing too much and it was displaced and she was just saying what Marlo's Drew told her. She wasn't trying to come in Marlo's throat or accuse her of anything. She was just repeating what was said. And that is exactly what was done. You display some anger, trigger whatever you want to do. And now you talking about something coming at Kenya or whatever. And King was like, listen, Marlo, I've been nice to you this whole time. And she was like, don't start being not nice. I said, girl, what? Marlo, you just irritating. At this point, Marlo just want to argue with people or just have a reason to go off on people because, it's well, you wasn't there, so how you going to, girl, you just want to boss everybody around and you want to do this. And I'm just like, Marlo, that wasn't necessary, and I felt in a way it was just a reason for her to deflect from what was going to be said because now you're trying to say that because Kenya reiterated what Drew said, which was that she was being aggressive, that she stood up over her, that she was coming at her and attacked her. And that's exactly what happened. And now she want to say that never happened. But bitch, if you roll the tape back, that's what happened. But anyway, so they get through, Sonya broke the ice with that because she said, bitch, she was drunk as shit. They got to go upstairs and be downstairs by 7 or whatever so they can be at this charity situation that they got going on. And of course, when Sheree won the buck off, she won the biggest suite. That's what they said. But of course, she complained about the room, said this ain't no suite, baby. You are in Birmingham. You are not in New York. You are not in California. You are not in Atlanta. Just go with it. And first of all, this is not even something that I feel like Kenya is paying for. This is something that Bravo probably got going on, or the school is doing it out of, just a request because of her. You know what I'm saying? So, like, just go with it. As long as it ain't no bed bugs or nothing up in there, you got a bed and a pillow, bitch, you fine, okay? And then Marlo, your ass too, talking about the champagne. Bitch, first of all, she ain't have to do nothing and bring your ass there. Talk about something that when I was in Blue Ridge, I had gift bags, I had this, I had that. Baby, we ain't in Blue Ridge, and this ain't no trip that, for the girls and for us to be doing all of this stuff. And bitch, you ain't even have to be there, okay? This is not even that type of thing. I hate when people get on these trips and they fucking complain. Maybe it's because I'm in a different tax bracket and I learned how to appreciate shit. But I feel like even if I was in that tax bracket or whatever, I still would appreciate it because I'm not paying for it. So it is what it is. Girl, I almost thought somebody was about to get in a car accident. But they getting ready. They coming downstairs. Kenya having a hard time because she didn't want to leave Brooklyn. She just got there, but she already, committed to this charity event to go to. When Mondiana came down there with that jumpsuit on, I said, bitch, you are going to a charity event. We are not going to Renaissance, okay? Wrong event, bitch, wrong event. Girl, Kenya said, take your ass back upstairs and go change. Not to get a girl jumpsuit that you got on. Now, see, it would have been, I think it probably would have worked a little bit if it would have been just a black jumpsuit or probably a muted color jumpsuit or whatever. It was a little short. But it was short. It was metallic. Okay, it was metallic, silver, everything. Kenya said, please go upstairs and change. Girl, they all up in the car. It was Sheree, I think, Courtney, and Kenya up in the car. They the only ones that's ready. And so Moneta had called her and was like, girl, I think I got a little black dress. And she was like, that's fine, put it on. But you know what? I'm going to have to leave because I have to be here on time. And I was with Kenya, bitch. If I had told somebody that I'm going to be there at this time and I'm obligated to be there at that time, I am not going to disappoint them and show up even 2 minutes late, okay? So y'all going to have to find a way to get there. I would have been frustrated as hell too. Now, Kenya, did you read the invitation? Mondiana could have kept that goddamn jumpsuit on. Girl, they came up into that cocktail party. First of all, Mondiana met them there. She said, bitch, y'all could have waited for me. I said, well, you still could have came on time. But Mondiana came there and she looked good too, right? They come up in that bitch. Kenya had it like, this is a cocktail type of situation. It's upscale. It's classy. Motherfuckers in there with jeans and shit on. And that's exactly what I said. When I said, Marlo said, I ain't got no clothes for no damn cocktail party. I said, you ain't got to pay a charity event. Now, bitch, I ain't know it was going to be a party, but see, still, it's a charity event, right? And I'm sitting here like, oh, okay. Girl, Kenya, where did you get it from that it was going to be a cocktail type of situation? Girl, are they up in there? And they look like, damn, man, said I could have kept my motherfucking dress. And so, of course, Sonya and Marlo up in the car. And Marlo like, I'm so glad I got that life coach. Because if it wasn't for that life coach, it would be a different person, had the stuff that went down at the table, went down. I said, girl, shut up. Even Sonya said, just let it go. They get up in there. And they Marlo like, let's order some can I get some champagne with some sparklers or whatever to let them girls know that we here. But see, Kenya had already saw them and saw Sonya and them, and Sonya come over there, and then here come Marlo, and then the lady do bring over the sparkler with the champagne. People trying to get taking pictures and stuff like that. And so they go up to the rooftop, right? And of course, it's Marlo that got something to say and talking about the charity event is whack and all that stuff. And I understand that you don't like Kenya because of what happened or whatever that you projecting or making think was a big deal. But to down talk an event that she's not in charge of and then put together, that was just rude as shit. Because that charity event is not about who looking good and who this and who that, but you to come in there and calling it whack and lame and all that shit, like that was just some disrespectful ass shit. It's charity, okay? So like, come on, you in Birmingham, Alabama, and this is for the HBCU, the college, the university, and you worrying about, girl, get the fuck. That made me so mad. That pissed me off. And then they had to get escorted out. Production came over there. The king was like, so this is an event and they don't want you here because they said that people are distracted. Y'all are distractions, okay? They not focusing on the event. They focusing on y'all asses, okay? So it's time for y'all to get the fuck up out of there. So they get up there to the hotel. And of course, the girls feel embarrassed and all that stuff because they feel like, it's mostly Marlo feel like, so what, she not telling us nothing, and I just want to understand why she ain't telling us stuff and all this shit. Because the whole thing is, she trying to keep it a surprise. You can't even let her say that. You can't even let her pump the surprise on y'all that, you know, she gonna be in this parade or whatever. That's something that she's happy about. And you can't just go along with it. You up here just gotta be so negative about it because you just want negativity. So she like, fuck that, you know, because talk about something, she always dipping off. She dipped off because her daughter is there. And y'all should already know, most of the time she brings her daughter. This is not nothing new, so I don't know why they acting like that. They go up there and they beating on her door. Bitch, I would have fucking knocked y'all asses out, okay? And then when she finally opened up that door, because Marlo kicked the door, Sheree knocked on the door, Sonya still knocking on the door, and then when Kenya opened up the door and said, who the fuck is knocking at my goddamn door? My fucking daughter here. And then here go Marlo. Summer's here, winter's here, get out. Summer's over, get out. Come on, bring your ass on out here. Go put your daughter in another room. Bitch, who the fuck is you to tell me what to do with my child? Who the fuck is you to do some shit like that? That's some ignorant ass shit. And you want to talk about something with your broke ass. Bitch, I wasn't mad at Kenya for saying, let me call the cops. Do I think she kind of did it much with the cop thing? Yes, but I'm not mad because, bitch, who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you? Okay, listen. You better be glad Kenya ain't no fucking fighter because Marlo, I would have went and got a bottle and bust your head open. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that just got real violent right then and there because what you're not going to do is you're not going to come to my door. You're not going to be disrespectful. And then when I tell you that my child is there, you going to say something, who gives a fuck? Put her in another room and bring your broke ass out. Oh, you looking for somebody to pop your ass. You really are. Girl, that's the Real Housewives of Atlanta. And if you ain't like what I said, I truly don't give a fuck. It's my opinion. I don't like Marlo. I just don't like Marlo. And if you a fan of hers, so be it. But my opinion is my opinion. I'm sorry, y'all. I'll see y'all later. Peace.